Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with take two of day 7 of the fabulous 12 days of Christmas Scraplifts over at Scrap Squad. And I absolutely love today's layout. They keep outdoing themselves each day. I love it more than I did the day before. And I'm going to try to capture as much of what I did on the first video I made of this, which got completely corrupted. And I'm partway through, but I'll try to take you through everything I've done, and then we'll finish it together. So one of the things that I pointed out was that when I looked at this, I saw that the stars are recessed, but and I was thinking stenciled on stars, texture paste, white on white. It's actually, I think these stars are cut out with a die cutting machine and backed with the same color. So it's very subtle and it's beautiful. I decided to go the texture paste route, so I used my heavy carvable modeling paste, and this stencil, which is not dry, I had kind of a tricky time getting, because it doesn't stretch across a 12-inch page, but you'll see that the photo cluster covers it up. I talked a little bit about having a problem deciding which photo. I had some bad photos that were taken with old phones years and years ago, and so I ran them through filters. I think all of these filtered photos, these two that I did not use and the two that I did use, went through the Waterlogue application. I used different settings on Waterlogue. I forget which ones these are, but there are not that many settings. So here's where I am so far. I got a bunch of scraps and first of all, the selection of the background paper. I like the shelf design, and when I went to get my Vicki Boutin Foundations paper, I found this used sheet that had a brayered on swatch of metallic gold paint. And I thought, aha, a built-in shelf. And I found a sticker on this Photoplay Frosty Friends sheet, this little bit right here. So I laid that over, and I've since covered a lot of it up, so you can't see it. And then I put the bit that I cut off over here. I have taken a lot of the chipboard elements, the tree, the penguin, the present, the little reindeer, this tree, and this Merry Christmas, all from this Christmas Cheer chipboard set from Bella Boulevard. So that's where I am right now. I'm going to, I've printed out the journaling and mounted it matted it with the same paper that I matted the photos with. It's going to go down here under the title. My title is going to be from that Bella Boulevard chip sheet. It's the word December. The journaling talks about the fact that as soon as we hit December, Ava is ready to decorate the tree, and that includes today, so we're actually going to be doing that. And Katie loves to make a big production out of it by listening to Christmas carols on Pandora and doing and having hot chocolate and baking cookies and icing them and eating junk all night. So that's probably what we're going to do tonight. I have already done my mixed media. I'm not sure if you can see it there. That might help. There's a bit, it's kind of thick right over in here, and where that looks like it's kind of gray or black, it'll dry white. I did some of the stars down onto the the gold because the shelf is actually here. I didn't want anything below the shelf, but this one over here I got there, and I think it's just fine. So I'm going to start, since we've missed so much of what I did, and I want to say it might have been 20 or 30 minutes of stuff that got messed up, and I wish I could say that it was a mystery why it happened, but it was not. It was definitely user error. One of the things I had said in that video is that I don't mind, I love using kind of wonky alphas like this and placing them kind of wonkily when the subject of the photo is a child. And in this case, it's the golden child, little Miss Ava. And these are the days when she had her own tree. And the reason that she had her own tree was she was tired of being the one to decorate the bottom of the family tree. Okay, other things I want to use. In the original, there's this little, it looks like a sticker of garland of lights. And I actually have, a garland of lights. And these are little plastic lights that are strung onto thread. And I'm just gonna cut a length of them, and it's going to be whatever it is. However I can use that. I don't mind if the lights are going different ways. Because it's been wrapped around that card, it's probably gonna be tough. It's got some little kind of square bends built into it. So what I'm going to do is put a little glue on a few of the lights. This is how I have attached these lights to Christmas cards in the past. I may have actually used them on a layout before. This one is not cooperating. That's not the direction I want that light to go. There we are. And now I'll do the orange one on the end. And then what I'm going to do is some kind of embellishment. At the ends here, and I'm thinking maybe this guy right there, and maybe that right there. I like that. A lot of the blue bits that I included up in here were just to give me an excuse to use that this little blue tree from Bramble Fox. And if you've been watching for a while, you know I love me some Bramble Fox. Okay, now I've got this little guy right here that I may use that up here. In the original, there's kind of a little tab there. but I think I'm gonna use this. I want to use it, but if I tuck it under, I will lose either the snowman or the penguin, and I don't want to lose either. There we go. And I want to add in some of this diagonal striping. Don't really want to make it any wider, and I've already used that sticker there. So I'm just gonna maybe kind of tuck it right there, and it's gonna overlap the paper I put to get the blue, and I'm gonna cover my little round circly bit that I like, but I'm okay with that. I've got another piece, and I've got a couple more pieces of blue, but I think I'm done with those. And I want to now, and I maybe should have done this before I had the embellishments and the paper on, I want to leave this part down here pristine and white. This part, I want to add some gold. Just hints of it. And I have some jewels that came as part of my advent calendar box from Secret Not Secret last year, and I haven't used them all. Just a little bling up in the sky, right? And I'll dry fit them now if they don't fit, if I find that they're not fitting. And in honor of her little purple shirt, I'm going to put a purple one out here. Maybe a little closer to her purple shirt. That's actually, yeah, that's purple. And let me go with a green. Red, green, and purple. Those are Christmas colors, right? So I'm going to do this here. The sticky part came up separately. So I'm going to have to put some glue and see if I can pick this up with tweezers, because I'm determined to use it. Otherwise, it'll end up in the vacuum cleaner. Okay, there. And now I want to, I got these also from in my advent calendar box last year. You can guess that I didn't use it much. I typically, that's why I'm loving all of this right now. I typically don't do a lot of Christmas scrapbooking, and don't ask me why. It's just kind of a truism. So I decided this year that I would do it. Let's see, yeah, I guess I'll go with that there. And I don't want to use the silver. Smaller red, I suppose I could use. The darker green. Let's go with the darker green. Yeah, I'm going to go with the smaller red. No, go with the darker green. I want 3 different colors, just like I have 3 different colors of, and I may do that kind of halfway hanging off that paper, kind of like I did there. Okay, and I've got this word, Mary, that I had thought I might want to use, and it kind of would look cute there, and it would kind of somewhat correspond. Actually, let me put it there. That works looks better to me. I'm going to do this. I have ended up using lots of scraps and lots of cute Christmassy embellishments for a really fun page that's going to make me smile for years. So this is it. Enjoy scraplifting, scrapbooking, card making, tree decorating, whatever it is you're doing this weekend. This is Scrappy Kathy out. Thank you so much for watching.